Hello, hello. We are here and we say a good day to you. This moment of your time. It is always our great pleasure to come and connect with you. As the Pleiadian Council, we speak on behalf of the entire Galactic Federation or Alliance in support of your planet's ascension and in support of unity, harmony, and uh, completion throughout this galaxy. We are here to enjoy and support, and we thank you as this allows us as well to expand in our connection to Source and all that is. How are you all doing at this time?
Very comfortable.
Chilling.
That is very good. And so, at these times, there is a coming new wave of energy as you come to approach and enter your period of the 2020. Now you are coming to prepare for the great series of activations of what has been lying dormant within your genes. These are keys that have been hidden, that both come from your past experiences through your genetic line and from your experiences multidimensionally from other planes in this galaxy. And as these codes wake up, you may find that both old pain that does not even seem to be yours moves through you. In its wake, it will reveal needs that are part of the changes occurring in the collective. So, as you come to see within yourself the pieces of your life that have been missing or neglected, you will come to also fulfill the roles in your world that you have not seen yourselves as potentially filling. Likewise, the other series of gifts that are coming have to do with your abilities from other incarnations throughout this galaxy. Now, understand, beings like ourselves and many others exist in a quasi-physical reality. And many of us go back and forth between experiencing non-physical reality into a dream-like, yet still somehow solid reality. And so, many of us, when we would come to meet you, or will come to meet you, seem to appear out of nowhere and disappear back into nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
It is not that we do not have form, it is that it only occurs in the moments of that illusion of time you experience that are necessary. And you must become the vibration of those gifts and the vibration itself of open contact, should that be the experience you wish for. Now, these old stores of pain are experiences that must be released and moved through you. And you can tell the story of that pain, of that trauma. Yet, when you identify that this is who you are, that this is your past, this is where you have come from, and this is how it is in your world, you limit yourself to continuing to repeat the pattern. From the limitation of that pain, you must come to use it, to embrace it, to see what potential lesson, awakening, or understanding do you gain from that seeming negative experience that you could not have gotten without having that negative experience. There are many reasons for this, and one of the simplest of them is that sometimes without having a negative experience, you cannot have compassion for others who are having the same sort of experience, but much worse, you could say. And by having that experience, you then gain the ability to help them. You learn through those emotions moving through you and those stories playing out that were hidden before, how you can show up to be of greater service. Now, one of the fundamental truths that is unchanging is that all is one, and all of you are part of the bigger picture. And this means the work you do to help and serve and give back to creation always gives back to you. And at this time, it is important that you come to see the interconnections between the experiences you are having. The pain you are having is the pain another is having, and the gifts you are having are needed by others. They all interconnect perfectly and synchronistically, so you must follow this perfect toolkit of living in alignment with your heart. And as our colleagues say, it is formulaic. If you follow your highest excitement to the best of your ability with no insistence on a particular outcome, everything in creation lines up to show you exactly what needs to occur next. In that state, you know all that you need to know, and what you don't know, you realize you don't need to know. The pieces come together for you to show up to be of service to creation, and then creation will come to serve you. This is our message for today, so thank you for allowing us to share, and we will now assist you in whatever way you like with your questions, if you like.
I have a question.
Yes.
It's kind of personal, but there's probably deeper implications.
All right.
For others to relate to as well, hopefully. So I have a situation where there is this person who's remixing one of my songs, and I'm really not happy with what he's created so far.
All right.
And I'm trying to figure out whether or not I'm supposed to just like stay and try to clean up this connection. There's a lot of certain things. It's like I feel like he's not a very good listener. He talks more than he listens. I don't feel explicitly supported. I feel like he makes a lot of assumptions, and I feel that he came into my life when I was more in a needy place, in a place where I wasn't able to really like hold my own self-worth or self-value when it came to myself as an artist and myself and my music itself. And then he's like, but he's kind of the only person right now who is communicating with me who has industry connections. I really, so I feel like I'm a little bit between a rock and a hard place, because I don't want to, I kind of just wanted to tell him, like, you know what, I want to move in a different direction, but I'm sort of, I have fear of letting go of those potential connections, even though I feel like this person's full of a lot of hot air. And so I'm struggling a bit with how to handle the situation. And I don't know if you have any insight about that or not. Or perspective.
What is your ideal outcome? Do you have a clear sense of that? If you imagined that this person was as malleable as clay, as you as well, what would the ideal situation be?
Gosh, it's hard to say. I think the ideal outcome...
The ideal outcome would be this person listens to your creative input and adjusts accordingly, and also opens up those other connections for you?
Yes, and yet I have a lot of doubt that he's able to create the stylistic shift that I need in this song right now. I don't know that he has the capacity or the skill set or the orientation to the kind of sounds that I'm looking for. And so it's like in one, I know it's like, oh gosh. I feel like honestly the ideal outcome is I just want a new production partner.
All right.
I want someone who, I don't like working with this person, and I don't want to feel limited. Like my industry connections are limited by this person, and yet I still have fear that I'm like giving away something potentially valuable, and sort of, I don't want to burn a bridge. So I'm sorry, maybe I'm not being clear. I guess I struggle with this. I struggle with like, what's my ideal outcome? I think I'm of two minds of it, a bit divided within myself about it.
Yes. So when there is this division or this confusion between two potential things that you want, you can always, as we have suggested, find a way that both needs can be served. And in also realizing that you are not fully in control of this, prioritize between the two. First and foremost, which is most important? Before you try to unify them, which of these paths is more important? Is it more important to have all of the connections, or is it more important to have all of the creative input? Where's your priority? Your heart knows.
I feel like I'm being asked to let it go.
Yes.
And like I'm being asked to request that he send me the work that he's done so far, find a different producer, and make a new beat, cut a new vocal with someone that I actually have chemistry with and resonate with, and clear the old vibrations of like attracting messy ass dudes who aren't super supportive in business and in romance, and like, yeah, and just basically trust the universe that like if I'm willing to kind of end this connection on a good note and in an amicable sort of conscious business uncoupling, if you will,
Yes.
that like that the universe will provide me with like the connection that's really going to work.
Yes, most certainly. When you really listen to your heart in that way, and when you really choose what suits you without insisting on an outcome rather than compromising, you will attract exactly what you need.
So like you're saying, like by the act of me just not compromising with what feels good to me, and like just trusting my body and my heart that like this just doesn't feel right, and like I'm just not feeling the sound, I'm not feeling his stylistic inclinations, that if I find a way to amicably part and just get my work back, then the universe will be like, oh, okay, you're communicating to me like what you want, and now I'm gonna fill your order more accurately, kind of a thing.
Well, you will most certainly come into alignment with yourself, bringing you back into the state that you prefer, a state of creative control over all of your own energy,
Yes.
a state of self-love,
Yes.
a state of open to the possibilities you want rather than heading down a path you don't want.
Yes.
And we cannot say what is going to happen from there. Yet by coming back into the state you prefer, you will always attract through synchronicity exactly what you need.
Yes, this is the thank you, because I feel a lot like in this relationship there's a lot of assumptions being made, and like a lack of respect that like I am in creative control of my fucking work, and like I need that to be understood from the get-go. Like please don't assume that I want you to create affiliate partners with a fucking sound company or whatever before I'm even happy with the track. And like there's just a lot of sticky, messy stuff that I feel like I want to be like, no, I deserve more than this. Like I'm gonna say no to this. Thank you.
Yes. Well, we thank you for using this as a resonance field to find that alignment with your own heart.
I have a question. I'm not sure if you can help me with.
All right. We're not sure either.
That's fair. My cat went missing over 2 weeks ago, and it's been this up and down of like hope and grief, and just feel like it's been so long. Should I keep looking for her? Should I just release and let her be? And is she happy where she is? Is there any insight on like her whereabouts or what I should do next?
There is a bit of information we can tap into, though what is most important for everything to align for you is first to ask yourself, is the cat really missing within you?
Yes and no.
As animals in your world often do, they show up to be guides for you. They offer you a frequency that is beyond that time and space, which is, from your perspective, a short time and space that you share together. And that connection is one that you can draw energy from, whether the cat is there with you or not. And when you can tap into that with gratitude, the process of grief will continue. However, the resistance will fall away and you will find the gifts there. Now, this is also helpful in actually allowing you to relax enough that your energy may be more suited in attracting these sorts of experiences that might lead you to the cat, should the cat still be with you in this reality. And this we cannot exactly say, as that is beyond what we are allowed to share, though we can say there are opportunities for you through the search without insisting and in a state of allowing that will help you line up with the next experiences that will be very expansive for you.
Thank you.
Or thanks to you as well. Are you understanding what we are sharing?
Absolutely, yes.
All right. We thank you.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
Great. One is just, I don't know where to start. This is just a pragmatic question.
All right.
I'm really interested in trying to figure out how to astral travel, remember my dreams more. I'm just kind of in a place where I believe I've done enough necessary emotional and personal work
Yes.
that I'm resonating with really trying to do the sorcery aspect of my craft. And
Yes.
really fascinated by, actually, being able to access a state of mind regardless of what is ever in my body or not in my body.
Yes.
That I can open that door myself and I will be able to be not only conscious to the experience, but let my consciousness fall away so that it doesn't direct me falsely. And so I just, whether it's an essential oil, practice, whatever, like just pragmatic things so I can just focus on doing that better.
All right. Have you practiced what is known as the shamanic journey with drum beats?
No.
This is a very helpful tool, as the repetitive beat of a drum at a certain frequency is universal to many traditions, and you can find this recording or you can learn to drum yourself, and that will help you access this theta brainwave state. There are other ways to access that state. Even through meditation, you can practice entering that state. Now, as you describe astral projection, it is more of a spectrum, as you can have astral experiences that are just as helpful and just as real as a full astral projection where you lose awareness of your physical body entirely.
Okay.
And so every stage leading up to that, where you bring more of your focus into the astral realm than the physical, is a step in the right direction. So in these states, it is a way that you close your eyes, you remove your focus on the outer sensory impulse, and the more you can remove sounds and any sort of distracting energies from your environment will be very helpful. And bring yourself into that imaginal space. In many of these shamanic traditions, you always will begin with a typical location that is familiar to you, and from there you will enter into certain different realities. However, this is a bit of a fixed way of doing it. It works for some. There are different ways for everyone. what is key is to bring all of your focus into your imagination and to understand that your imagination itself is not what your consensus reality conditioning teaches you it is. It does not just make things up. It
Oh my God, thank you
downloads, as you use this metaphor now, we enjoy the metaphor with you. It downloads energy from other realities, other dimensions of your universe, and brings it into your body. So, as you allow yourself to use your imagination, you will be able to start to navigate these realms, and you will find that your imagination simply takes off, so to speak, in that the details fill themselves in quite quickly. And it is simply a matter of trusting what you are experiencing, of suspending disbelief and suspending doubt. You can have an observation of the doubting mind, the skeptic mind, and so on and so forth, and simply set it in the background. You can almost imagine that it is a field of energy itself that you pull out of yourself and throw into a box while you start to walk into this imaginal realm and let the details fill in. And by practicing this regularly, the projection state will open up for you. So when you start to practice going into these realms, you will find that there is sensation that moves through your body. When you go into the astral planes, there will be guides and beings that you meet. And when you come back and you crystallize the experiences you have into something that works for you, for some people it may be writing, for some people it may be recording an audio file, for some people it will be creating a piece of art, for some people it will be as simple as tying a ribbon on their finger for a moment. It is simply a matter of taking the energy that you receive and using it to crystallize something in your physical reality that acts as a memory and a marker so that the experience is recorded. And this is why taking dream journals is one of the most powerful ways to practice the dreaming. As well, when you dream, or when you sleep regularly rather, when you wake up, if you take a moment to ask yourself, what were my dreams? Bring yourself immediately back into that recalling point without moving. The moment you move, the ability to recall is diminished slightly.
Oh my God, I thought so. Thank you.
So stay there, stay present, and ask yourself again. And you may even drift off into sleep again. That moment will be very powerful. And understand that the dreams themselves are, in a way, translations. All of the bits that you remember at the end are another way that your consciousness is crystallizing the experience into something you can recall. And the more focus you bring into this, the more helpful it becomes. There are, of course, certain dreaming plants that will help you, though you need not rely on them, for the tools are within you. They can aid in the process, but will do nothing if you do not do the work of using the tools as we have described.
Awesome. And then, just like direct response to that, thank you for describing all of that, because I realized that I've been imagining without borders since I was a 4-year-old.
Yes,
But
you have
the
already
thing-
been doing much of this.
So it's like, it's just realizing, oh my God, like, it doesn't matter how entangled we are in whatever communities or words, it's like, there's still a certain amount of personal liberation that has to happen. And the thing that you were describing to me is just like, just allow that doubting mind to be put maybe in a corner and let me just focus on what imagination's doing for me already.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you so much. And then the second one is, I'm definitely in a process of trying to figure out patience, because I think I'm definitely entering my life more where romantic and sexual possibilities are occurring.
Yes.
And definitely there's men that I'm really, really resonating with that I actually want to explore a little bit more intimacy, not just a one-off, one-night stand thing, but I don't know if it looks like dating, I don't know if it looks like a relationship, whatever. And so what I just need help with is just how to be patient, or ways to experience patience, because I do feel that I'm communicating myself directly enough, and I don't want to make the mistake of hitting someone over the head. For example, just stating to someone, I'm very attracted to you, I can't wait to spend time with you. Please let me know when you're available because my schedule is more free than yours and I want to be mindful of your time. For me, I don't know how to describe it or communicate more clearly and more mindfully. And so I have experienced frustration where men are saying they're interested, but I'm just not seeing them physically yet in my reality. And I just want some help with understanding that simply because things aren't acting on my time doesn't mean they're not acting in the appropriate place.
Yes.
And so maybe just how to enjoy the patience more, I guess.
Well, here in the way that you are phrasing it, even, it is a spelling that is throwing things off. When you say you can't wait, what you are saying is, first of all, not true because you can wait. In fact, you must wait. So this word and this phrase is something you use in your world without really understanding exactly what you are saying. It has become a common phrase, though perhaps try a different one. I am very excited. You say in your world, I am looking forward, though even that is a sort of distortion, for you are only looking in the now. What seems to be the future is occurring right now. And that is sort of the key into patience, really, is to realize that the feeling state is what you are seeking through a connection with another or through anything that you seek. You are seeking the way it is going to make you feel. So when you imagine that connection, and in this case, romantic or sexual intimacy, it evokes a feeling of deep connection and of deep love. When you can immerse yourself in that feeling and simply stay present there for just 1 minute. Stay present in the feeling of love by imagining that experience you wish for. And then open your eyes, and with that feeling of love, ask yourself, what would bring me to feel that love the most right now? And there may be another way that you can continue to cultivate the feeling that you are wishing for without believing that you must need a certain type of experience in order to feel the way that you wish to feel. And this will help you as well to attract the experiences much quicker. Now, again, there's another understanding that when you are always excited, there's no need to be patient because there's always something that is compelling you and moving you forward.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
So, if you stay excited and stay in the state you want to be in, there's no need to be patient. It is only when you believe that you can't wait and that you must look forward to the feeling that you wish for that you lose your ability to really attract what you need.
Thank you so much. That makes entire sense and it's very useful. I can work with that so much.
Or thanks to you as well. All right.
Oh, also checking in. How are you all doing? Thanks so much for being present with us. It's really kind of you to, it's kind of you.
Yes. Well, as quasi-physical, higher dimensional beings, specifically from the 5th to the 9th dimension, we are in a perpetual state of love and joy. So we are always well.
Cool. That's great.
Yes. And with that, when you realize that you exist not just in the 3rd dimension, but to the 5th and beyond as well, you can immerse yourself more in those feelings of love, joy, and expansion all the time. So, let us allow you to gain another tool with your own imagination that can help you dive back into those feelings whenever you wish. Taking a moment to close your eyes, sitting in a comfortable way, and breathing in deep. Bringing your focus to your spine. Seeing a line of energy, a single line, very thin, that goes from the top of your head to the base of your spine. And then see that single line now expand into a cylinder that gets wider and wider until it surrounds your body. And then see that cylinder deepen all the way down to the center of your earth and even beyond. and rise all the way up to the center of your universe and beyond. It is an infinite cylinder or column of light. As these two gates at the bottom and the top open, allow that energy to drift in like a waterfall and to rise up like a geyser simultaneously, bringing all of that focus now into the heart where the energies merge. Here in your heart, seeing a figure 8. And that first line you saw intersects that middle point in figure 8, where the two loops converge. That line converges, the line that is the center of this infinite column. The figure 8 spins as it allows in the energy from above and below to meet and converge here. See the figure 8 flip and turn upon its side to allow the energy to circulate. And the figure 8 extends to reach the center of the universe and the center of the earth. Follow the energy from your heart to go all the way down. First, creating roots that begin in your heart and go through the base of your spine and your feet into the earth. See those roots first go through great grids of mycelium as they weave through the roots of the other plants. And as you inhale, take in all of the energy, the electric impulses from this mycelium grid, from all the plants, knowing that it is part of you and you are part of it. Allow the energy to come to your heart, and exhale, allow your energy to go through that grid. And take another step deeper. Through grids of crystal, minerals, metals, the elements of the earth. Feel these great minerals in your earth, creating another overlay of energy that goes across your planet. Breathe all of this energy into your heart, knowing that you are made of all of those same elements. And exhale your energy down into the grid in gratitude. And taking another step deeper and deeper, going to this layer of your earth that you know as a black lake, where millions of years of decomposed organic material creates fossil fuels, and so on and so forth. It is dark and liquid and gaseous almost, in layers. And here, the ancient DNA creates all of these other layers that support life. Here, the ancestors keep you alive. Breathe in their energy into your heart. It may seem dark, though it is an energy of love. And exhale your gratitude into that layer and go a step deeper into what is plasma within your earth. Much like a sun within your planet, the molten layers of your earth support and maintain life here. See it as a great and immense light, and breathe that light up and into your heart. And exhale your gratitude down into that layer as the plasma in your body activates, and go all the way now down to the center solid core of your earth, a vibrating iron core. Here, this iron element is in a solid state, creating a stability, vibrating a resonance, the Schumann resonance, and all of your blood contains the same iron. Here you are the same as your earth, and here you can feel and even hear this vibration resonating up through your body. Breathe it in into your heart, exhale it down in gratitude, And breathe all of these layers of your earth together, taking the whole heart of your earth up into your own heart. And exhaling, feeling the grounding current, keeping you here, present. The more you are here, dropped into your physical reality, the more you can allow the multidimensional aspects of your experience to come alive. So allow yourselves now to open beyond, seeing spirals of energy that move from your heart up and out through the top of your head, beginning with a gold and a silver spiral. Gold moving to your sun, silver to your moon. See them as they dance and weave in a double helix fashion. And these perfect forces, created in such a unique way that allows for your planet to have the phenomena it does. Of eclipses, of cycles, of a yin and a yang. Drink in these energies. See them converge, and one spills into one side of your brain through your body, the other into the other side. Breathe up into the sun and the moon together, and exhale, let their energy dance into you. And as you breathe up again into your sun, see your sun send out a net that goes to your sibling stars in this galaxy. They have many names: Sirius, Maya, Alcyon, Arcturus. See the net expand and breathe up into that net. And know that your intention, your imagination, your willingness alone is enough to allow these energies to pour into you. As you exhale, allow that cosmic current to descend into you like a wave or a waterfall. And breathe up and focus on a specific star. Notice its color. Feel that through your imagination, this energy current can descend into your crown through a star far beyond. You may know very little about it. Get your focus here is aligned with the very unique facet of creation that serves you most in this moment. And as you feel this energy pouring through you, know that you can always come here to this star for healing, for guidance, for connection, and that other aspects of your oversoul come from this star to support you when you call them. As you link up to these stars again and again, your genes may mutate to allow for the codes from these other places to awaken within you. And finally, breathe up and beyond into the center of your own galaxy that appears as a supermassive black hole. Move through it, through that darkness, through that pressure, through that radiation, into a central point of singularity. Let your imagination show you it lies there. And here is a portal that connects your galaxy to all others. That connects your universe to the multiverse of an infinite amount of variations of different universes based upon different laws with different origin points. All unified, all one, all interconnected. Breathe your energy up into that point, and as you exhale, allow the heart of the galaxy to descend into your heart to meet the heart of the earth. And as you hold your heart, know that they are one. Remember that great infinity loop that reminds you this, that who you are is infinite, without end, without beginning. And no matter what happens, you are in a state of becoming, allowing all of the energies that you focus upon to manifest as your experience. You are infinite and vast. And all that seems beyond you can be found within you. Our love and our thanks. We hope you have enjoyed this experience of connection, as we have very much. And know that as we leave the channel, we do not leave you. For you and us are one, unified, and you can meet us whenever you wish in your own heart. Our love, our thanks, our gratitude to you.